Alright, so welcome back to another Status Quo Wednesday. Apologies for anyone who was looking for a review last week. I went on a short holiday down to old London town, where I went to the Back to the Future musical. I walked around lots and lots, and each morning I ate far too much food in the hotel buffet breakfast. But anyway, you're here for some Quo, not for that. So if we go into the random number generator, and we've got number 258, which if we consult the spreadsheet is Safety Dance. So a random number generator certainly seems to like the kind of the 90s and 2000s. It's not sending us back to classic Quo very often. So yes, we're back in the Don't Stop album, and obviously I reviewed Johnny and Mary a couple of episodes ago, and I was able to get out my old fan club magazine and see what the band said about it. So I thought I'll do that with this one, and I seem to have mislaid it. And I've been hunting around, I can't find it. Obviously I thought I'll put this somewhere safe so I know where to get it, because I'll obviously need it when doing songs from this, and I've put it somewhere far too clever to remember where it is. So I can't tell you what the band were thinking about this song. I see they've called it Safety Dance, whereas it seems to the original with Men Without Hats seems to be called The Safety Dance. Which, so you go now. According to Wikipedia, it was written about bouncers stopping people pogoing on the dance floor. So there you go. Yes, it's obviously from the Don't Stop album, and I had a look on Spotify, and I was a bit surprised to see it's the second most streamed track from this album. Quite a bit behind Fun, but I guess that has the advantage of being tagged with the Beach Boys as well. And it's also the first song on the album. The first song, you notice on Spotify, first songs on albums always seem to do quite well compared to some of the songs down the track listing. But there's a lot more famous songs on this, so I was a bit surprised Safety Dance was the second most popular tune. Although I do quite like it, not as, obviously, as I've probably said in quite a few of these reviews, I don't like it as a Quo song. I like it as a song. Well, it's not very well worded. I don't like it as, when I think if I want to listen to a rock and Quo song, I don't think of this, but otherwise it's quite a nice little tune. Again, like the Johnny and Mary one, I think they've sanitised it, or they've smoothed it out and made it a lot more commercial. If you listen to the original, I can't think of the right word because I'm going to say it, the synth sometimes comes through a bit jarring. It's not the right word, it's not really bad jarring, but it's a bit jarring. I'm not a thesaurus. Whereas Quo's is a lot more smooth and even, and really quite commercially nice. Maybe that's why it's been streamed so many times on Spotify. And I think Francis seems to sing it kind of a bit lower than his normal, where he normal sings. I guess kind of reflecting the voice on the original. And he's got help from a session musician, Tessa Niles. I looked her up on Wikipedia, and she seems to have sung with many people. She's got a really good voice, and when she does the lead vocal on her own, that's really good. And then actually she does the best bit of the song is the na na nas at the end, which are quite fun. And you can kind of get into just kind of rocking along the way. And that doesn't appear to be an original, so Quo must have, well, unless someone else covered it in between, but Quo must have come up with those na-na-nas themselves. I've thought of putting on, and to me it's really actually the highlight of the song. But unless there's an album version of the original or something, because the single was a good bit shorter than Quo's. Although I did go and listen to an extended club mix just to check if the na-na-nas were on that, but they weren't. And I wouldn't recommend the club mix. If you want to listen to the original, just go with their single. As well as having a guest vocalist, they've also got, I noticed, I watched the video from the Brixton Academy album launch where they're miming along. There was an accordion player there, and to be honest, if I hadn't watched that, I wouldn't have picked up on it. I don't really pick out much accordion when listening to it. It's just I mean, the song is very dominated by keyboards and stuff, and well, maybe accordion, but I'm not picking out the differences between them. So yeah, I mean, it's obviously a bit of a prelude to those acoustic albums where there's far too much accordion there, and it's quite evident. But here it's not so evident. And I can pick out the guitars on occasion, but they're certainly not rocking out. They certainly didn't take this song and tone down the synths and rock it up by playing the song and distorted guitars, which might have been quite good, but they just went. They just kind of stuck to the original a bit more with making it keys dominated. So overall, it is one of the ones I actually enjoy in this album. It's quite nice. I think I said on the Johnny Mary episode, I quite liked this album because it came after Thirsty Work, and I thought it was much more listenable than that. I mean, there's still some songs that I don't like, but there was a few more I do, and this is one of my favourites. It's just a nice little commercial tune. They've obviously, as I was saying, they have copied pretty much the original arrangement. They haven't really made it their own. They haven't coded it up, as they would say. I see in the actual CD they've got on that them rocking out, which is not something you really associate with this album. So yes, I'm going to rank this as decent. I do quite like to listen to it every now and again when I'm in a bit of a nice melodic pop tune mode, which isn't all the time, but it does happen on occasion. So that's Safety Dance, or This Safety Dance. And so that was episode 11, and hopefully we'll be back on track from now on, doing an episode every week.
If this is a lust, I just can't wait for love. Sure as that bottles stay, push your come to shove.